Jukka Niiranen, whom I met in our global research through the Scarsdale study, and his wife, Marjo Rissanen, both of whom are educators in Finland. Jukka is the assistant principal at the SEI school in Finland, a high-performing independent school where we study, and it's quite a fascinating place. Marjo is a principal at a much smaller school outside of Helsinki, correct? Yes. So it will be interesting to see their perspectives on not only the Finnish education system that we emulate so much in this country, but to contextualize it within the culture of that country and why it's been so effective and successful. So thank you very much for joining us today. We are so grateful you're here. We welcome you with open arms. I think I speak for everyone when I say you are welcome into all of our schools. And I'm sure that if people visited Finland, they would enjoy seeing our schools too. So thank you very much and welcome.
So, nice to see you all here, and we are very, very interested in what you are talking about here today. And we are actually on vacation here in New York with our family, with our two kids, 19 and 15, and we have been here since last Thursday, so we have seen a lot here. But now we are here on vacation, so not be so very strict on us. Thank you. So there's Finland.
I would like to say also that I am very delighted to be here, and Jukka knows Debbie, and Debbie asked us to be here, and I can talk with him. And I'm principal, but I'm also researcher, and I have heard many words about vision, creativity, passion, and I'm also interested in those things in my research. My research is dealing with skill learning, and it's very interesting to do that research work also.
Yeah.
Jukka.
Yes. I was going to say that there is Finland between Russia and Sweden, and we have a long history with both of them together. So that's why it's important to know where we are located. And you are very welcome to visit Finland and to visit our schools if you happen to come there someday, please. And the flag, of course. And here we have this remote control. Okay, this is the general structure of Finnish education system. So we have a national system that's the same all over the country. We have 5.3 million inhabitants there, and it's like a state, one of the states here in the United States. But we have this system all over the country, and it's the same all over. There is basic education that starts with primary education, and pre-primary here is not obligatory, but we are thinking that should it be compulsory for everybody. But from grades 1 to grade 9, everybody goes through that. And after that, they are going to choose between these two lines, either this general upper secondary education or this vocational upper secondary education. And they are quite popular, these vocational lines today. There are almost 50% both lines, doing both lines of the youngsters. And after that, they can continue to universities or to the polytechnics, or go to work after vocational education. We have also some students who don't go anywhere, any other secondary schools. They go straight to work, and they learn by doing that work. I have a lot of things here. We just go through. We have this Finnish National Board of Education. That is the board where the curriculum things are made.
We have the whole country. We have the same curriculum basis, and we can in municipalities we can make own curriculum, but it's based on the Finnish curriculum system.
And this, there are 5 or even more fundamental principles, and they can receive equal opportunities to receive education for all in Finland. Not just Finnish citizens, but all those who are living in Finland, and right to free basic education. I'm from an independent school, but the school is free for everybody. Also independent schools, we don't have any school fees. And this is very important according to their abilities and special needs. We are we think that it's very important to take care of every child.
We don't leave child behind, we take care of them.
We just say that.
And because we have this Swedish background, we have this population minority of Swedish speakers, and the same is for them too. Everything concerns both Finnish and Swedish speaking population. And then the education should be, it's very important for us Finns, so you can read here. Let's go on because there are so much things here. I can send these slides together and she can then send them to you if you wish. And then we said it's participation in pre-primary education is voluntary, but the municipality is obliged to provide pre-primary education to everybody too. And then the school starts when a child is 7 years old. It's quite late, says somebody, but we think it's the best age to start school. Not in the age of 5 or in the age of 4, like in some countries. They are free to play and free to enjoy their life until they are 7 years old. And everything is free, also the welfare services to the students.
And also the lunches.
Yeah, the lunch, the transport, if you are living far away from the school, more than 5 kilometers, so you get free transport to the school. And after this, one of the objectives of education policy is to provide the whole of each age with upper secondary education free of charge too. And also there is possibility for 10th grade if you are not prepared to further education, so you can go to the 10th grade also. And then something about general upper secondary education. In our school there are also these upper secondary levels. And the only test we have together for everybody is this national matriculation examination after the secondary school. Not testing during the school years on national level. And then this is about this vocational upper secondary education. There are no tests in this kind of education. It's more working during studying. And also the higher education is free for everybody. So there are any fees in the universities or polytechnics.
But we have paid lots of taxes.
Yeah. That's the reason for taxes.
Everything is free.
Yeah, everything is free, but we pay taxes. And I think we like to pay taxes. Because we know that they go to good purposes. Sometimes it's not so nice to pay taxes. We understand. And then, this is very important thing, teachers and educational staff in Finland. Every teacher has a master degree. The primary school teachers, they have master degree in education. And the subject teachers teaching upper grades and then in secondary schools, they have master degree in some subject. And then they have additional studies in education. Everybody has studied a lot of education too. And the principals and the leaders are also the teachers from the background. So everybody knows what is going on in the school, because we are, both of us also are teachers originally. And there are teachers and also other educational staff in classrooms nowadays. Maybe there are normally, like, how do you say, 5 extra persons except teachers in your school.
Assistants.
Yes.
School assistants.
Yeah.
Yes. And we also have that student welfare system, student counselors, special need assistant teachers, and we are taking very good care of everyone. We are going to talk about it later.
And this teacher training, so the normal thing is to get the master's degree with a major in pedagogy, if you are elementary school teacher, and so I mentioned they have the subject teachers, they have their masters in some subject. And also in vocational education and learning, it's taking place in normal schools, so they are trained to be teachers before they are going to be teachers in schools. And special needs teachers also have their master thesis in special needs education. And normally in higher education, they are doctors who are teaching there. And this is the distribution of lesson hours in basic education. In Finland, we think that less is more. We don't teach as much as in many other countries.
And you can see here the minimum hours in a week in different grades. At first grade, the student studies 19 hours in a week at minimum. It can be more if municipality has money, but at least 19.
At least 19 lessons per week. And in upper grades, 30 lessons per week. And it's divided to all these subjects. And there are very important subjects are these skill and art subjects, music, visual arts, crafts, physical education. And also home economics. We teach how to cook, how to clean your room, how to wash clothes, everything. Are taught to everybody. And then we have this guidance for everybody. Let's go, I think, to our schools. I think this is very important. Why we are so good, like you know. We have equal opportunities for everybody and comprehensiveness of education. Teachers are really competent, they are professionals. And student counseling and special needs education is available for everybody if it's needed. Student counseling is for everybody normally, but special needs education if you need that. And we encourage assessment and evaluation. The evaluation and assessment is encouraging, and we encourage the teachers to do that all the time. Face to face, and of course we have tests, but they are based on the teachers normally. We have national tests if they want to know how well the students are learning. The Board of Education can make a national test, and there are some tests every year, but they are not meant for ranking. They are meant for the schools, so to get feedback how they are managing in their work. And we think that education is so important that it has to be very good. It's the only way that we Finns are going to manage in this global world.
And I would like to say this part that every teacher is taking part of curriculum planning in Finland.
Yeah, we have started a new curriculum, was because we are making a new curriculum after 2 years, so it will start in 2016. We will have a new national core curriculum, and we are preparing this in board education, but then after that we are going to prepare it in every school in Finland, and every teacher are going to take part in that process. And cooperation is very important in our schools. Cooperation between students, between teachers, between students and teachers, between parents, between municipalities, between the boards of the municipalities or schools. And this student-oriented, active conception of learning. And then this is the favorite thing for me, this culture of trust. You spoke about these tests and regulations. We don't have that kind of things in Finland, but we think that we can trust on our teachers, on our students. Everybody trusts everybody, like it said here. No inspectors, no inspectors. Ministry and local officials trusting schools, principal trusting teachers, parents and students trusting schools and teachers. And decentralized curriculum process like we mentioned. And we have here, there is a book.
Here.
Here's
the book, Finnish Lessons. It's written by Pasi Saaperi, and I think that you should read this book. There is everything about Finnish school system, about 40 years period when we started to peruskoulu, comprehensive school in Finland.
Yeah, it has been a long process, so don't be disappointed if you are not succeeding in 5 years. It took for us 20 years or 40 years to build this system. We had a big school reform in the 1970s, and after that we have built this system, and now we are in this level. Of course, we are a very homogeneous country, and we don't have so many immigrants, and there are many reasons for this too. But I think this trust and this high level of teacher education, they are the most important things. And then something about our schools, how we time it. SYK is my school, and it's in Finnish Helsingin Suomalanen Yhteiskoulu, which means co-educational Finnish school in Helsinki. And it was very revolutionary in 1886 when our school was started, that the boys and girls would be taught together. And we only had that time school for boys or girls. But our school was started for boys and girls together. And they even had to put 1 extra year because they thought that the girls can't survive with the boys in the same time. So they had to have 1 more year in our school compared to other schools. And the idea is in 3 words. We are Finnish culture, Finnish language, they are basic things in our school, and cooperation on every level between everybody. And then our school is very international because we are oriented to languages. We are a language school where everybody starts with either Russian, French or German as their first foreign language on grade 3. Then on grade 5 comes English, and grade 7 Swedish because it's compulsory for everybody in Finland. And then you can choose extra languages after that. Spanish, Italian, or some of these other languages that we have. And we have just made our new basic values. And we think that respect is the most important thing. And there you can see what we think about this respect. And there also this word trust in every level. And the third one, growth as a person. Lifelong learning. Our school is a forerunner in Finland, very old, one of the oldest schools in Finland, and we are very proud of our long traditions, but we want to be in the forefront of education all the time. There is this permanence versus change all the time. That's a picture of our school and our pupils and students. We also have this IB line in our upper secondary school, so we have this International Baccalaureate diploma program too. There's a structure, around 1,150 students and pupils together, and 80 teachers and 40 other staff. This is about the language programs that we have. This is our team, our teachers and principals and other staff. I think also in our school it's very important to have all these facilities for every kind of doing during the school day. There are art and music rooms, of course. Okay, all right. Thank you. Let's go further, so you can see also which kind of school is Mario School. We have a lot of things going on. Angry Birds from Finland. And drama and dancing. Sense of community. Whole school together. And now, her school.
Here's my school, Pornaisten Yhteiskoulu. It's a comprehensive school. There is a preschool from to 9th graders. And it's, we have 4 buildings, and this is the oldest one, 140 years old, and there is our first graders. And you can go ahead. And here is our basic values: is responsibility, myself, the others, community. Thinking skills, I have heard many times today here. Thinking skill, creativity, problem solving. Social skills are very important, I think, and cooperation. Here is my staff. About 50 teachers and 10 school assistants and 3 principals. We have shared leadership. $600 pupils altogether, and preschool children 40. And this is different from Jukka School. We have 5 special education classes for those children who cannot learn, study in large group. There is only 10, maximum 10 pupils in a group in special classes. And we have 3 levels support for all of our pupils, but I have no time to tell you it more specific. We have a learning organization, and I have written here principals, teams. Teachers are working with teams, and we have 6 teams, and all the teachers are mixed together. Class teachers and subject teachers, they are together in those teams. And here are the teams what they are dealing with. We are doing with developing the school culture. We are towards
Cooperative learning.
Yes. Yeah. And developing well-being at school, and also local curriculum. And quality of education is very important thing. And here you can see timetable, 7th grade pupils. There is 30 lessons in a week.
It's an example of timetable for a pupil.
And here, learning by doing, like John Dewey said. You know, art, and here is the home economics we have at school, and also music is very important. In our school there is three choirs, 170 people are singing in choirs. And also, here's the craft. They are doing some metal work. And there is some more pictures. There is girls are singing, and we have a very nice music teacher. She wants to that everyone should sing. Very good. And here some pictures. Our school restaurant is our school staff, teachers, and school counselor here, and we have also this meal. It's got mashed potatoes and sausages.
And school staff, smiling all the time.
Yeah.
And here are our details.
Thank you
very much.
You certainly know, all of us, that Finland has been in the spotlight for quite some time now, and after listening to your presentation, you know, a couple of things jumped out at me. Free, no tests, they start later. There's a lot of trust going on, and perhaps those are some things that we need to take back to our school district. And I know are pervasive through our school districts here sitting in this room, but perhaps need to be pushed a little bit more in other school districts that may be feeling a little bit of pressure from wherever that may be coming from. So I'm going to hand it over to Mike.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm really interested in, first of all, thanks very much. I thought that was a very helpful overview of both schools. I'm wondering what kinds of issues or innovations or new directions are you working on in your schools? What's kind of got your interest these days, and what's important for you to work on?
Well, our new thing is that curriculum we are planning to 2016. We are starting that. And also, my school became to be a Yhteiskoulu, all-together school, how can I say? It was two separate schools before, and now we are together. And we are trying to make that school culture, that everybody can work together. Different kind of teachers and also different ages pupils can work together. That's our main goal.
We have these ICT things going on. We have also these iPads coming to our classrooms, and we are thinking what to do with them and how to improve our teaching and learning through them. They are only the means, they are not the thing, but they are the means to improve learning and teaching. I think that's one of the big things. And also this new coming curriculum, of course, we are preparing to the work.
What is the curriculum? Where is that headed? What are you having to do?
We have to do everything, because the national core curriculum, the new one, is coming next year. And then after that, we are going to prepare our own curriculum in our school after that.
What are the main differences between what it's going to be and what it is?
I think there is a lot of this cooperation, more ICT, and more
Learning by doing.
Learning by doing, yes.
And different learning environments.
Yes.
Not in the school at class, but everywhere.
Go out of the schools. Yeah. But everything is changing, I think. Kind of. Not everything.
And I think the learning methods towards the cooperative learning.
Yeah. And also the thing that we think that we should do something now. We are on top, but it can't last if we don't do anything. We have to move on, and we have to make our schools even better all the time. And every teacher is part of that process. That's very important.
Again, thank you. Are there any pressures coming from individuals within your country to raise accountability by increasing the number of assessments or linking assessments to teacher performance? Not at all?
No, I don't think so. I think everybody in Finland, they know that the schools are good and the teachers are very professional. So there aren't any pressure of that. But I think there is a pressure from the parents that they think that, some of them think that we should have this school ranking lists of schools, but we don't like them. But there is one TV channel in Finland who every year they make this list out of schools after the matriculation examination. And nowadays everybody is waiting who is the first this year. But that's not the thing in Finland, I don't think so.
And if I can add something there as well, we have Jari Lavinen, who's from the University of Helsinki, who we also work with, and in a presentation that he gave a while back, he also talked about the trust and the autonomy of teachers and the accountability in Finland. And when we heard there's really no inspections, no evaluation, there's no assessment going on, we all said, then how do you make sure your teachers are doing what they're supposed to be doing and doing a good job of it? And he said, well, you know what? We pick the most competent teachers from their master's programs. They are the top tier people that get chosen to become teachers. And so there's a certain quality and expectation that comes with this profession in Finland. Being a teacher is like being a doctor. And it's to that extent. So perhaps that may be something that's different from the Finnish culture to certainly us here. And we have a question over here.
Thank you for the presentation. You mentioned that there was a transformative change in the 70s. What are the major differences between Finnish education pre-1970 and now? What were the major changes?
We didn't have this everybody going to the same school system. There were separate schools for those who had more money and those who didn't have so much money. So there was this basic so-called first 4 years all educator, but after that it was a big separation to those kids whose parents were rich and those who weren't so rich. It wasn't an equal system. But in 1970s we made this equal system, and actually the model is from the East Germany. We took it from there. That's true. We have to admit that.
Very quick question. Is being recognized as number one creating pressure, creating any good or bad impacts on Finnish education?
I think it's both. It's bad and it's good. Of course, it's very nice to be the number one or on the top, but it means that you shouldn't just stay there, like I mentioned. We have to go on. We have to make the system better and better all the time.
We have also tried to find out what are those skills, 21st century skills, what we need to learn in school. And that is the big question, how to figure out that what we need to learn. And I think that in Finland now the coming curriculum is going to give one answer to that question. We don't know how the world is when our child is adult, and they need to have many kind of skills.
And
But we think that one thing is this, that less is more. Not so much, not so much pressure, no testing, because we think that they should learn by themselves to manage in the world that we don't know what there is waiting for them.
But also the responsibility is very important thing to learn to be responsible people, like very responsible way.
Yeah.